So, hey, once again, guys, thank you for hopping on tonight. Tonight's topic is on increasing PRV and customer follow-up. I think this is two things, no matter how long you've been in the business, these two things are kind of like the backbone of your Scentsy business, because without PRV, obviously you're not going to have a strong business, and the customers are the heart of our business. And trust me when I say, if you treat them right and do what you are supposed to do with customer follow-up, they will continue coming back to you. Okay. We don't want a customer that's only going to come around one time. We want those repeat customers. That's what's going to build your business up nice and strong. You're going to be able to rely on them. And they are truly going to be the heart of your business. So first off, I want to start off by talking about increasing your PRV. So if you are new to Scentsy, I know we've had like super growth in March because of the join special, but if you're new to Scentsy and you don't know what PRV is, it stands for personal retail volume. So here in the United States, basically we get one PRV for every dollar that we sell. Now, things like licensed products, the whiff box, there's certain things that we don't quite get one PRV for, but for the most part, for every dollar we sell, we get one PRV. Now, just a few fun facts about PRV. If you make it to 200 PRV, that means you are active. So 200 within a single month, you are active. In order to stay a consultant, you only have to be active 1 out of every 12 months. But we don't want to have that mindset. We want you active every single month. Now, if you have teammates on your team, in order to get paid at title, you have to have at least 500 PRV a month. Okay, so there is some stipulations when you become a leader. In order to get paid at title, you have to have at least 500. And then kind of the magic number, and I know it sounds big and I know it sounds scary, but it is totally doable once you work your business and you build it strong and you stay consistent. I promise you it will come. So the big scary number is 2,000 a month. I know you're like, oh my gosh, that would never happen, 2,000 a month. Trust me, it is doable. Okay. We have limited time offers coming out. We've got an awesome catalog. There's so many ways that you can increase that PRV to 2,000. So the magic number is 2,000, because when you hit that mark, you're automatically going to get an extra 5% bonus. Okay. Which means if I hit 2,000 in a single month, I'm guaranteed a $600 paycheck. That's not including any bonuses from teammates. That's not including anything extra that I have over 2,000. But once you hit that 2,000 mark, you're automatically going to get a $600 paycheck. And I don't know about you guys, but $600 is a big deal in a month. $600 can do a lot of things in a month. That's almost like a mortgage payment. Okay. So I want to help you guys build that up. It's not going to happen overnight. But if you stay consistent and you work hard, I promise you it is so doable. But as we say in Scentsy, if your mouth is closed, so is your business. So tonight you're going to hear me talk a lot about staying consistent. And at the end of the training, I hope you understand what is so important about being consistent. Okay. So first off, like I said, I've got my notes here so I don't squirrel all over the place. So if you see me looking down quite a bit, that is why. Okay. Please stop me at any point. Drop me a comment in the chats if you have any questions, or feel free to unmute yourself. Okay. All right. So the biggest thing about this business that we're in, obviously we are in a selling business. That is the heart of Scentsy. Of course, like being a leader and having teammates is a big part of the business as well. But without sales, we have no business. Okay. We have no business. So the biggest thing that I can teach you guys, or try to teach you guys, is to sell without selling. When I kind of got this mindset in my business, it made a total difference in my sales and in my monthly numbers. So how to sell without selling. And you may be thinking, what in the world? Okay. First off, I do not want you guys to be salesmen or a salesperson. That is not what we're in the business for. We're not here to sell products like you would, like, those car dealership people that you pull up in the parking lot and they run out the door and chase you all over the parking lot and you can't bear them. Okay, we don't want to be those people. We don't want to be shoving Scentsy down people's throat and say, buy from me, buy from me, buy from me. That is not what we want to do. Yes, we want to sell. Yes, we want to have high sales every month, but we don't want to be that person. We don't want to be that sketchy salesperson that no one likes. Okay. So we have to learn how to sell without actually selling. Okay. So here's how you do that. Number one, be consistent. I can't just post something about Scentsy today and not post for the rest of the week and then expect people to come and buy from me. No, you have to stay consistent. You need to be posting at least once a day, if not more than that. If you have a VIP page, post in there, do interactive posts, share tips. All right, go live on your stories. And I know some of you may say, well, I'm scared to go live. Guess what? It gets easier the more you do it. Nikki is on here tonight, and I am so super proud of her. And I've told her multiple times that she has started doing videos where she's actually showing her face and showing how to use products. And trust me, that's going to grab the attention of your customers and your potential customers way faster than a flyer will. So I'm so super proud of Nikki for stepping outside of her comfort zone and doing that. Okay. So I encourage all of you to do that as well. So don't be afraid to show your face. This is your business. You are an independent Scentsy consultant. So don't be afraid to show your face. This is your business. You are the person behind it. If someone is buying Scentsy from you, it's because they know you, they like you, and they trust you. They could go to any person down the street that's selling it and purchase it, but they purchase from you for a reason. Yes, Deandra. So even if you're making videos without your face in it, guess what? You're still being live. You're still being consistent. Okay. If you're scared to show your face at first, that's fine. I do videos all the time, just showing my hands, like using the counter clean or showing how the sugar scrub works. Okay. You don't necessarily have to show your face. But I encourage you to do that because you are the face behind your business. That's going to help build that personal relationship with your customers that we want and that we need. But if you're a little timid right now and you're just getting your feet wet, I encourage you to at least do a video, even if you don't show your face. So that's a great point, Deandra. And then once you get more comfortable with going live and talking on camera, then you can start showing your face. And guess what? It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't know if you guys knew that or not, but it does not have to be perfect. You do not have to be a picture perfect Scentsy consultant when you go live. All right. My hair needs to be washed right now. I have no makeup on. I did put on a little mascara for you guys because if not, I would look very sickly. I go in my stories in my pajamas all the time with my hair thrown up in a bun. Okay. You do not have to be perfect. Perfection is not real life. And that goes back to the know, like, and trust aspect of our customers. They know us. They know our good side, our bad side, and they trust you. They could care less what you look like. And it makes you more relatable. Okay. So again, be consistent. So I challenge you guys to show up every single day, whether you are doing a video or whether you post a picture of yourself holding a bottle of Counter Clean, talking about why it's your favorite product, or maybe you do a little short demonstration of the Counter Clean. Okay. Just show up and trust me. When I got my mind wrapped around the fact that my face, and it's not technically my face, I mean, nothing special here. But when I got my mind wrapped around the fact that people want to see things from me instead of a cute little flyer that somebody made, my sales increased drastically. Okay. When I started showing how I was using the products or taking a picture with the products and telling people why I loved them so much, giving them my personal perspective, my sales did so much better versus just posting a picture of a counter clean bottle with a list of all the scents that it comes in. Do we do that sometimes? Yes, that's fine, but that should not be what you do to promote your business every day. Okay. Put yourself out there, get uncomfortable. If you're not uncomfortable in this business, you are not growing. That is from SSD, Amber Ryan. She said that on the training that I watched the other day. If you are not comfortable, or excuse me, if you are comfortable in this business, you're not growing. It requires you to go outside of your comfort zone, do things that make you feel uncomfortable. But I promise you, in the long run, it's going to pay off and you're going to feel so much better for doing that. All right. Deandra said, also, if you have kids, get them involved with doing your videos. Someone can relate to that busy mom life. Absolutely. Share your kids. If you're using the pet products on your dog, your stinky dog or whatever, share that. Okay. People relate to that. Okay. So being consistent, constantly show up in your stories and on social media. If you do not have an Instagram, I encourage you to get one. A lot of people are transitioning from Facebook to Instagram. And the cool thing about Instagram is when you post in your stories on Instagram, it will automatically post on Facebook. So you're literally killing two birds with one stone. And then Instagram has a whole different target audience than your Facebook page may. I could use Zoe as my model. She loves being in camera light. Absolutely. Okay. If you've got something, a cute little girl or a cute little human or a cute little dog to show them, trust me, people relate to that. Okay. And that just makes you stand out above the rest. So don't be afraid to do that. Don't be afraid to look silly and crazy. Set yourself apart. Okay. We don't want to blend in. Okay. Because they could go to any other consultant just like me. But if I stand out and they relate to me, guess what? They're going to come to me. All right. So share something daily. I don't care what it is. It could be a picture of you using the products. It could be a picture or a video of you changing out your wax. It could be a tip Tuesday or whatever. Like, did you know you could put your scent packs in your drawer to keep your linens smelling fresh, whatever it may be. And then, like, we just had a huge launch yesterday with the Little Mermaid. That's big news. And thanks to Facebook, like, I'm so fed up with Facebook at this point. But Facebook, with their crazy algorithms always changing, a lot of stuff gets blocked. All right. So when you share something on Facebook, especially if it's about a new launch that's coming out, don't just share it one time and never mention it again. Okay. Because chances are people didn't see it. Facebook blocked it or only showed it to a select few. So share in your stories, share in your VIP page, share on your personal page, share on your Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, whatever you do, share, and share it more than once, because chances are only a select few saw it that one time. And if you don't share it over and over, your audience was just that select few people that saw it that one time. So share. And while I'm on the topic of new releases and things, it should be on your daily to-do list to check your workstation. Check the news tab on your workstation. It is not my responsibility. It is not Beth's responsibility. It is not anybody's responsibility to tell you guys about the releases. That is your responsibility. Okay. So get in the habit of checking that workstation, the news tab, daily or multiple times a day. Okay. Don't rely on someone else to post it. I have people all the time say, well, I didn't know that was releasing. How did I miss that? It's because you're not doing your job as a consultant and checking the news tab. Okay. So don't rely on somebody else. I'm human too. I work a full-time job. So I don't always get to post things right away. Or I may forget to check the news tab. Okay. So keep that in the back of your mind daily. Check that news tab. So just throwing that out there, but share those things. If you have like a email or a text message blast that you send out to your VIP customers, share that news with them. Okay. Anytime there's a big launch happening, I'm sending out text to all of my best customers to let them know. Okay. Any way that you can get the word out, one-on-one communication works great too, but don't rely on posting once on Facebook, because I promise you, not many people are going to see it. All right. So any questions or comments so far? Don't just copy and paste everyone else's wording. Yes. Thank you. Praise Jesus. Somebody said that. Yes. Okay. So for those of you that don't know, that is one of my biggest pet peeves, is when somebody copy and paste my wording. It drives me nuts. Nuts. Okay. Be authentic, be original. I don't care if you take my words and switch them up a little bit, but when I make a cute post, or you see another Scentsy sister make a cute post, do not copy and paste, because a lot of us on this team run in the same circles, meaning we have a lot of the same friends. So if all of us are posting the exact same post, guess what? It makes us look spammy. It makes us look like those nasty salespeople that no one likes. It makes us look unoriginal. Okay. So be authentic, be yourself, use your own wording. Okay. Find your own pictures. If we have some of the same pictures, that's fine, but your post needs to look different than everybody else's. Please, please, please do not copy and paste. Deandra knows that is a pet peeve of mine. Whew, so do a lot of other people. I had a whole training on that, being authentic. All right. So I'm going to get kind of serious right here. And I'm only saying this because I have been in these shoes. When I started pharmacy, Lord have mercy. When I started Scentsy, I was doing pharmacy. I sold pharmacy. I had a craft business. I sold jewelry. I did vinyl work. I did a whole lot of other stuff when I started selling Scentsy. Okay. And I know a lot of you have like multiple side hustles. That's perfectly fine. Okay. I believe in having multiple streams of income, but you have to decide how you're going to promote each of those businesses. Okay. Because it can get overwhelming. Trust me. I've seen other people, not necessarily anybody on this video, but I've seen other people that are in multiple direct sales companies or have multiple things going on. And to me, look, as an outsider looking in, it is very like hard to keep track of what she's selling today. Does she sell Scentsy or does she sell this other company? I mean, which one is she serious about? To me, that's how I feel. Okay. When certain people post like several different businesses and things all at one time, it just kind of gets jumbled up and you're like, okay, I'm confused. Which is she selling today? Okay. So just be mindful of that. It's okay to have multiple businesses, but you have to pick one that you are serious about. Trust me. Trust me. When I put all of those other businesses aside and started really, really focusing on Scentsy and giving it the attention that it needs, my Scentsy business flourished. Okay. Because you don't want to stretch yourself so thin that you don't have time to really dedicate to the things that you need to be doing within your business in order to make it thrive. If you're trying to do 15 different things at once, you do not have the means to do everything perfect. Okay. So pick the one or the ones that mean the most to you, that bring the most joy, the ones that you are most successful at, and focus your attention on that. Because if you dedicate more time and more resources and more energy to this business, I promise you, you're going to get so much more out of it. And if you want to have different groups for your different businesses, that's perfectly fine. But if you are serious about Scentsy and what it could do, if this is more than just a hobby for you, you need to start treating it like that. You need to start treating it like a business, staying consistent, posting, make it a priority to post those things. Let people know that you are a Scentsy consultant first and foremost. If you want your business to go places, you have to be known as a Scentsy lady. Again, I can't post today and then go a few days without posting anything about Scentsy related, because people are going to say, does she still sell Scentsy? I need something, but I don't know if I should contact her, if I should contact this other girl, because I'm not really sure if she's still selling it or not, because I haven't seen her post. Okay. So just keep that in the back of your mind. Okay. Also, one thing that I noticed that I was doing in my business was I was offering a lot of specials. And guys, I'm saying these things because I've been there, I've done that, and I've learned from it. So I was offering specials all the time. Okay. Cleaning buckets and Mother's Day specials and Easter specials and back to school specials and teacher appreciation specials and this and this and this and everything, and wax bundles. Okay. It's overwhelming. Number one, I couldn't keep track of whatever I was offering. I had so much going on. I couldn't keep track of when I said this special was going to end. My customers were confused. There was just way too much chaos going on. So if you're going to offer specials, try to limit them. Okay. I've got where I do one, maybe two a month. Okay. And I try to keep them from overlapping. So for example, in March, I only did my Easter egg specials for the children. That's the only special that I offered. In May, I'm going to do like a teacher appreciation special. Okay. And there's reasons why I say that is because when you do a special, you want it to be exactly that. You want it to be special. So if you constantly have some sort of special that you're sharing, or buy this bundle, or get this little goodie bag or cleaning basket or whatever, if you are constantly having bundles and specials, and especially if they're overlapping with each other, your customers aren't going to know what the heck to do. They're not going to know what's special about this special, and you're going to wear your customers out. So when you are constantly pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing, guess what? That kind of like makes your customer want to take a step back, because put yourself in their shoes, just like those car salesmen that like constantly hound you about buying that car. Okay. Leave me alone. Or when you go in a store and the salesperson follows you around and wants to show you everything on the shelf and convince you to buy it, that irks my nerves. And I just want to turn around and leave. Guess what? That's the same thing that's happening to your customers right now, because they are so overwhelmed and we're trying to shove Scentsy down their throat. And it's kind of off-putting. So when you offer a special, make it special. Okay. One a month, two a month, make sure they don't overlap. And you don't want to wear your customers out, and you don't want for them to feel like, all you're doing is trying to sell something. Because remember, we want to sell without selling. If you just show your love of the products and you show yourself using them and you show how you use them in your home, it's going to sell itself. You're not going to need any special to help you get those orders. Okay. Deandra said, if you see other doing specials, going back to what was said earlier, be authentic with it. Find something that sets you apart from the rest. Yes, absolutely. Being authentic and making it your own. All right. Last thing I really have about increasing PRV. We are in a party business. And I know a lot of you probably don't want to hear that because the word party probably scares you. Trust me, I've been here a year and a half. I am a director now, and partying still scares the crap out of me. It still pushes me outside of my comfort zone. It's not something that I love doing, but guess what? I have to do it in order to keep my business afloat and to keep my business growing. So you have to party. All right, get creative with it. Most of us on here have had a Facebook party that we've done that has absolutely flopped. To this day, when I do Facebook parties, some of them still flop. It is what it is. It's happened to all of us. It's happened to all of our leaders before. Facebook parties, again, I really think it has something to do with the Facebook algorithms and blocking people from seeing stuff. Facebook parties is just not the biggest hit most of the time. So if you're able to do a home party, do one. If you're able to do bag parties or sit and sniff or I don't know, fragrance flower parties, a fundraiser, get creative with the way that you're partying, offering personal shopping links. I've got trainings on those as well, or if you have any questions about that, please let me know. Get creative. So it does not have to be a Facebook party, because trust me, more often than not, my Facebook parties are a flop, and they're not my favorite. I'm going to be honest. There's very little interaction. I don't get a lot of joy out of Facebook parties like I do a home party or a bag party, or things like that. So get creative. Also, the reason we party is because, number one, it obviously is going to increase our sales. We're getting our scents under people's noses. We're sharing about the products. Trust me, not everybody out there knows what Scentsy is. I meet people all the time that's like, what is Scentsy? And they're from right here in Clinton, where there's lots of Scentsy consultants. They've never heard of Scentsy before. They've never tried it before. So by partying, we are interacting with people that our paths typically wouldn't cross with. So you get to expand your customer base. You get to share products with other people. Some of my biggest customers now are from other states, and I met them through a Facebook party that I did for somebody. All right. So have those parties, interact with those people. Add the party guests to your VIP page or add them to your personal Facebook page. Build those relationships with them, because once you establish that relationship, that could potentially be a customer for you. That could potentially be a party host. That could potentially be your next teammate. You never know. So don't just have a party and have guests and then just say goodbye to them at the end of the party. Don't do that. Build that relationship, stay in connection with them, because that's how you grow your customer base. There's a fly or something buzzing around me. So you want to build those relationships, okay? Because we may have a circle this big right now. Eventually, those customers in our little circle are not going to need Scentsy for a while. And guess what's going to happen? Our sales are going to decrease. All right. Someone only needs Scentsy so much. Okay. Or they may get tired of buying Scentsy, or they may not have the means to buy Scentsy right now. So you have to expand that group, and you do that by building connections wherever you can. build connections, share your love of Scentsy with them, show your appreciation. We're going to talk about this with customer follow-up in just a minute. So connections, connections, connections. Okay. So if you're not expanding your customer base, then your business is not growing, because eventually that little circle of people that you're selling to, they're going to slow down on the buying. Okay. So we have to constantly be growing. All right. Deandra said, Jennifer Anderson posted a training that I'll share later tonight about different types of parties. Love me some Jennifer Anderson. She's awesome. Yes, I have one that is in a vendor show that I'm currently doing that has never tried Scentsy. I'm sending her a sample. Perfect, Nikki. Build those connections and make sure you follow up with her. Online vendor events also expand your business. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Online vendor events. Katie that just joined our team. She is one of my frontline. I met her in an online vendor event. Never ever met her before. We have no friends in common, no connection other than we were in that vendor event together. And she's like, hey, I want to join Scentsy. So she took advantage of the $25 join special, and she is now one of our teammates. So you never know when you're going to be able to make those connections, but make those connections and follow up. All right. So enough about, well, let me show you one thing. All right. I'm going to share my screen here for just a second. All right. So for those of you that are in the Blessed Beyond Scents team page, and if you are not in this team page, I'll share this to Ascending Scents as well. But if you go to our team page, and let me see if I can move you guys. Okay. If you search increasing PRV. All right. And you go down. There is a post here about 50 ways to earn 200 or more in PRV. And it literally gives you a very long list of things you can do to increase your PRV. There's literally 50 things. So I highly recommend you taking a look at this. These are some really neat ideas that are kind of like out of the ordinary, out of the box, unusual things you can do to get some PRV. So check that out. All you do is go to our team page and search increasing PRV. And for those of you that are in Ascending Scents, I will share that on that page as well when we get off of here. All right. Any questions about increasing PRV? So show the way, okay? Share your love of the products. Put your face behind it. Show yourself using them. Show your kids using them, okay? Trust me, that's going to increase your sales more than any flyer ever will. All right, moving right along, because I'm going to try to cut it off by 9 o'clock. That's my goal. All right, customer follow-up. This is one of the most important things that you will do in your business. When I first got started, I sucked at customer follow-up. I tried my best to stick with it, but I was not consistent with it. But first off, let's talk about the importance of following up. So it's so easy for somebody to just place an order with you or let them place an order on your personal website and then never follow up. Okay. It's very easy to do. It's one of those things you really have to be mindful of. Oh, I need to follow up with that person and tell them thank you or send them happy mail or whatever. But first and foremost, that is just good customer service. So how many times have we ever bought something from someone, whether it be a big box store, or maybe it was even like a local friend or a local business, and we bought something from them and never got a thank you? Thank you goes a long way, doesn't it? Just those two little simple words go a very, very long way. So to me, if a business owner were to reach out to me and tell me thank you for my purchase, that's going to go a long way with me. They don't have to send me anything fancy in the mail. They don't have to send me a nice thank you card. Just a quick message to say thank you goes a long way. That is good customer service. That's going to make me want to go back to them. That's going to let me know that I am appreciated and they appreciate my business. Good customer service. We are in a customer-based business. We don't have a business if we don't have customers. All right. So that good customer service is going to bring customers back to you. Just like I said, you're going to want to go and shop with the people that appreciate you and appreciate your business. It's no different with Scentsy. If you let them feel appreciated and let them know what their order means to you, guess what? They're going to keep you at the forefront of their minds and say, well, she was so appreciative and she was so thoughtful when I purchased from her last time. I'm going to submit my order with her again this time. And that's going to increase your sales. So it's going to keep those customers coming back to you. So earlier I said, we want customers, not just a one-time customer, but we want repeat customers. When you show that good customer service, they're going to start coming back to you. You're going to stick out to them. That is the perfect way to build that relationship with them. Okay. So that's going to increase your sales. But on the flip side of that, following up also lets you get feedback from your customers. So I'm going to give you an example of this has been very recent. Someone purchased off of my website during the flash sale. I met this lady at a vendor event, and that's really the only way we connected. But we've kind of stayed in touch because I have that good customer service and I've built that relationship with her. And she's been a repeat customer. So she purchased from the flash sale. So that afternoon, I sent her a text that said, thank you so much for your order. I hope you love your new smell goods. Simple as that. It literally took me 5 seconds. She was so appreciative that I thought enough about her to reach out and say thank you. Since she is a repeat customer and she bought quite a bit from the flash sale, I sent her a little happy mail. You know what I sent her? It was not anything elaborate. It was the samples of the Rainbow Wax collection. It was a flyer of the Warmer of the Month and a sample of Ruby Nectarine, which is the scent of the month. And I put some Easter candy in there. There was no full-size Scentsy product in there. There was nothing but those few wax samples and a little thank you note. She literally texted me back a couple of days and said, when that warmer releases, I want the warmer and I want the whole entire rainbow collection, Chase Rainbows collection, when it launches. So I literally got a $90 order from her just by following up with her and having that good customer service. Also, when you follow up with someone, because let's face it, if you take Scentsy seriously, Scentsy is always in the front of your mind. You're always thinking about Scentsy. Our customers, they don't think about Scentsy every day like we do. So they may not think about their wax stash is running short, or they need to replace the pods in their wall fan. They don't think about things like that on the regular. But if you follow up with them, it brings that Scentsy to the front of their mind. And chances are they may say, oh yeah, I need to order a wax. Or, oh yeah, I loved that sample of Counter Clean that she sent me. I would love to give that a try. So I always like to follow up with customers as soon as they order. So within I'd say 24 hours, I want you to send them some kind of message, whether it's an email, a text message, a Facebook message. Let them know you are thankful for their order. Okay. Number one, a simple thank you. That goes a long way. If you would like to send out happy mail, you can, but it does not have to be elaborate. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. It could literally be a thank you card and a wax sample or a flyer of the scent and warmer of the month. It does not have to be anything fancy. Don't go in the hole buying thank you mail. Okay. Do not do that. And then always make a note to follow up with them again. So you can follow up when their order ships. you get an email confirmation when their order ships. So you could reach out and say, hey, I just want to let you know your order shipped today. You should be receiving it in a couple of days. I like to follow up a few days after they received their item to ask them, hey, how did you like that aloe water and cucumber wax that you got? Okay. It shows that you care. It shows good customer service. It's helping build those relationships. And I promise you that's going to help your business flourish. If you take those few extra seconds and thank them and follow up with them, it really, really will make a big difference. So in order to do that, you need to have some sort of system in place, whether it be like a pen and paper system. So I literally have a notebook, I don't know where it's at right now, where I write down people's orders, and then I'll make a little note when I followed up with them. You can also use the Amy app, Sell with Amy. There's a free version, and then I think we get a trial. I think it's either a 1 or a 3-month trial with it through Scentsy. You can create some kind of like follow-up form, whatever you need to do, whatever kind of system works best for you. Have some sort of system to follow up with people. And if you are sending them Happy Mail, make sure you're writing that down. So like for this customer I was just telling you about, I made a note of all the samples that I sent them. So maybe she forgot the name of it and threw away the little card that I included. If I had not wrote it down, I probably would not remember what samples that I sent her. So always keep track of any samples that you're sending out, any kind of Happy Mail, so you can follow up on that. And Deandra said they have thank you postcards on the consultant store. Yes. And what you do for one, do for all. So you want to treat your customers fairly and share it. So when you are thanking your customers, don't be afraid to share that on social media. Let people know that if they purchase from you, you're going to take care of them. Okay. It's not bragging. It's just showing you're a good consultant. So have a system in place. If you're sending out samples and not following up, you are throwing your money out the window. Okay. Always, always, always follow up. And then this is something I'm going to end on this. This is something that I do with my new customers. So if I have like a random person purchase on my website that I don't know, or maybe it's a new person that I just connected with at a vendor event or online or whatever, and it's their first time purchasing, I'm going to tell them thank you. I'm going to follow up when their order ships, things like that. But I'm also going to send them a little card in the mail. It may just simply be a thank you card, but I'm going to include little things that I've created and just printed off. So this includes like all of my information, where they can find me on Facebook, on Instagram, my email address, my phone number, my website, things like that. You can include little things like I don't know how well you can see this, but it says like party with me. So it's all about hosting a party, a thank you card, things like that, information about Scentsy Club. So you can give them all of that information when they are a brand new customer. Invite them to your VIP page and give them some sort of incentive to come back to you. So you could say, here's a coupon for 10% off your next order with me. Message me to claim the discount or whatever. Okay. Something to incentivize them to come back to you, especially with new customers, just till you build that relationship with them and get them coming back naturally. But you always want to recognize them. You want to thank them for their business, because that is being a good Scentsy consultant. That's good customer service. All right. Any questions, concerns? I'm going to try to wrap it up here. Anything that anybody would like to add, or does anybody have any questions about anything?
Ellie, I want to add something.
Okay.
Because you've hit on a lot of great points tonight. Like, guys, don't be scared to like take your Scentsy business to your actual full-time job. I know with me, I work in a hospital, so I see a lot of different people. We see travelers, like I see a lot of different people every day. And I know on day shift, like there is some other like consultants, they might do some other different things. I don't think they're Scentsy, but they might be. I don't know. But like a few weeks ago, I took my testers to work because one girl was asking about one certain scent because she was trying to find a Mother's Day scent. I took it to work and let other people like smell them and everything. I ended up getting more orders because people want to see that interaction. People want to see and smell what you're offering. They want to be able to relate to whatever you're producing in your business. And even like following up, you don't want to, your person that's got like that $400 order, you don't want to just send them, oh, here's you a scent circle. Like, that's kind of like, hey, okay. But even if it's just the scent circle, that's all you can afford. Make sure you're doing it for that $10 order like you would do that $400 order. Like, you want everybody to feel equal and treated the same way regardless of how everything else is.
Absolutely. Yes. So that goes back to like branding yourself and letting people know that you're a Scentsy consultant and staying consistent. So like, even if it's something as simple as wearing a Wax Boss t-shirt or putting a decal on your car or having a keychain on your keys or taking your testers with you to work. Even if it's taking a bottle of room spray, putting your label on there with your contact information and putting it in the bathroom at work. Okay. Whatever you need to do to get your name out there and to let people know that you're a Scentsy consultant and that you take this business seriously. Okay. Drop little hints about it wherever you can. Oh, I gotta sneeze. Excuse me. Wherever you can input a little seed about Scentsy, do it. Okay. Because you never know who's watching. You never know who might be curious. You never know who's never heard of Scentsy. And when you start pulling out those testers, it's going to pique their curiosity. You just never know. So brand yourself. If you want to thrive in this business, you have to let people know that you're a Scentsy consultant. You have to let people know that you use these products in your everyday life. You have to let people see your face. And you, most importantly, if you don't remember anything I said tonight, stay consistent. Okay. Stay consistent. All right. I'm going to go ahead and end the recording right here. But again, I appreciate you guys so much for staying on. I hope you guys learned a little something from me tonight. And if you ever have questions, please don't hesitate to reach out.